let's talk about at wrap. You've finished everything. Let's talk about maintaining relationships with people. If you've done your job well, you now have a whole new set of contacts that you didn't realize that you had before. It's not just the producer. Yes, work comes from producers. Work also comes from directors. Work also comes from writers, believe it or not. If you meet the writer on the set and you talk and you go, hey, I read your script, it was really great, we talk, blah, 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 and it's just one of those things. If they look at your work and they go, wow, that person, that was really amazing, then that's how your name gets around. But even so, it's also below the line people, prop department. Prop department sees work that you've done and they go, okay, now I'm doing this other movie and I need a. And they will call you. Do you have a? If they enjoy working with you, that's how it happens. Same thing, production designers. If you've worked with a production designer and you've done your job well, and you have spoken with them and you've kept them in the loop and you've respected them, you respected their position, and you've tried to work within the world that they are trying to create, then they will say, hey, you know who's a great creature person? Erich Litoff, we need to give him a call. So production designers. Wardrobe people, same thing. Because sometimes if you're working on a smaller picture and it's something no one has thought about, no one's thought about, we need a helmet. A wardrobe person saying, well, I know exactly who to call to build this helmet. We're going to call Fulvio. He builds beautiful helmets. I saw them. They're amazing. That's who we need to call. And that's how it happens.
And this is all, it sounds funny, this is all social. This
yes.
is all about being socially involved with the people around you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's sometimes a little hard, especially if you're new to the gang and they've got a crew that they're used to working with. It's a strange thing. The film business has people have a little bit of a shoulder that you got to open them up on. Right. And all you got to do is come and say hi and introduce yourself.
Right.
That's it. And you communicate throughout the job.
Right.
And you have to hey, good morning. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Right.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Learn people's names.
You got to
which
be
is
involved.
my big thing.
Yeah, you have to be involved.
I'm so terrible with names, but you have to learn everyone's name. Yes. And the other thing too
because it helps you, as Shannon's saying, it is the relationship for the future. Right. It really does. The referral, it's all referrals. It's pretty, there's no board that you get on.
Nope.
This is all referrals.
It's all referrals. And the other thing too is if you are shy and if you don't know when it is a good time to meet people, one of the best times to do it is, I know it sounds weird, after your first success on set, right? You come out, and again, if you're doing, you could be just doing a blood effect, but you come out after that, and you've rigged someone up, and they go action, and the guts spill on the floor, and everyone just goes, and they go cut, and everyone goes, wow, that was great. That's a great time to walk around and go, hi, I'm Erich Litoff. Yeah. And everyone wants to be, oh man,
how'd you do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But that's the truth. Your first success is a great time to walk around and meet everybody because you do it on a high. You don't fail, and it's like,
What happens if you fail? What do you do when you fail?
You walk away quietly and you have shame. And but it's just knowing, you know what I'm saying? After your first success and everyone's all excited and you do that, it's a great time to walk around and meet people and again, then it sounds stupid, but it's social marketing. Yep. They have seen you do something pretty remarkable and then you're there introducing yourself. Hi, I'm Shannon Shea. Oh, hi, I'm Claire with the wardrobe department. Oh, yeah, how long? Wow, it was really great you did that. Wow, I'm glad you told us about the shirt. I'm glad we were helped to rig it out. Yeah, and then you throw a little love their way. Yeah, we couldn't have done it without you. I'm glad that you did this for us and blah, 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 blah. We're all one big happy family and everyone feels good because you get them involved. You know what I'm saying? You make people feel like they're involved, and it's really huge. I mean, we've talked about this, even when Matt was talking about social media, is that if you work on an island, you're isolated, but you build a community, and even the family that you're with on set, you build a community, you get people involved. You talk to the physical effects person and you say, hey, I'm about to do this blood effect, I'm thinking of doing this, what do you think? And let them say, well, that sounds cool, that should work, blah, blah, blah. It's you involve them in it.
And there's also a guaranteed that every department will need something from every other department.
Exactly.
Everybody needs it. It is this whole thing going on, but the truth is, everybody at some point is going to need that other department. I need a thing. I need a thing to get the thing.
And if you ask ahead of time, like I said, this gut falling out thing, and you talk to them, and because invariably you'll have a conversation with these other department heads, and you say, hey, listen, I'm doing this. We've got the gut thing. I think we got it pretty much handled. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. What do you think? And you're asking their opinion. So if, God forbid, something bad happens, because you've asked their opinion, that person feels you've engaged them.
That's right.
So they might jump in and go, hey, okay, that didn't work. Why don't we try this? So they know you've asked them what you thought, you're engaging them, and you've given them permission to come save your ass as you're drowning on set.
It's true. And
right?
this is a guarantee. We're not making this. This is a
No,
total
it's true.
guarantee.
Yes.
It is a guarantee.
If you turn to a prop guy and you say, hey, listen, we're about to do this thing where I spike them. I've done this. What do you think? And they go, well, yeah, that should work. Let me see it. They look at the rig and they go, ooh, that might be bad. And you go, well, that's what I got. Well, let's see if it flies. If they're more experienced than you, they're thinking 2 steps ahead because everybody wants to be a hero on set. So if it works, great. Everyone goes, yay, thank you very much, move on. If it doesn't work, then the prop guy might jump in and go, hey, we're going to do this. Don't worry, we got it. And he becomes the hero, and you're thankful because you're not sitting there just roasting under the lights looking like a jerk. And then you become a team player, and they like it because you've given them the opportunity to shine. It's just being smart.
And nothing beats that feeling of getting the shot. When you
Right.
get the shot and the gag goes right,
Yep.
it's awesome.
It's a great
It's really
feeling.
great.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Relationships. This is still. Go ahead.
Maintaining relationships. Okay, so this is so people often ask me what happens afterwards. Okay, it's all wrapped and everyone goes away. How do you maintain relationships with? Well, one of the things I always said, and I think I said this at the beginning with, and I really pointed this at Byron, is you make custom skateboards or you do something that's
Yeah.
you want to leave them with something that reminds them of you. And I'm not saying it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a skateboard. It can be anything. I mean, it just has to be something.
It could be a maquette of the creature's head. It could be
Right.
something that's,
There was a gentleman.
I don't know if you guys saw my hand. I made a small maquette. I didn't
Right.
say
No.
a big maquette. I said a small maquette.
But in fairness, I will tell you that I know that Andy Schoenberg, one of the teachers here at the Stan Winston School of Character Arts, I know that after his job on Edward Scissorhands, he literally sculpted a maquette of Edward Scissorhands like this big. He molded it, he cast them, and he gave one to Tim Burton,
awesome.
And gave one to the producers, and I think Stan even got one. And what that does is, it's above and beyond thank you. Yeah, it is an investment, but it's a thank you. And I guarantee every time Tim Burton sees that, he thinks of Andy. And if he doesn't, the next time Andy sees Tim, he can go, hey, Andy, I work with you on Edward Scissorhands. Oh, hi, Andy. Yeah, I was the one that did that maquette. Bing, oh, God. It's so good to see you. Oh, that's great. That's all it is.
Treat this like, you should. It's good to be thankful. You're thanking people. You're getting work. I mean, it is and I do it throughout the process.
Sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like, thank you very much. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. I mean,
absolutely.
having appreciation for all of these people that are together working, the producers and directors who have hired you, it's a wonderful thing. It keeps the relationship going, and that is throughout the entire relationship. You keep, that's a bond that goes, and you build it as you go, and the thanks goes a long way all the time.
Yep, and I'll tell you, swag is huge.
Yeah.
Swag, I mean, T-shirts,
That's right.
especially if you have a cool company T-shirt, that is big. That's like what is it, legal tender on set. Yep. Because and generally, not all the times, it depends on the size of the production. But if you're working on a pretty good production, the caterers will have a T-shirt, have the catering company, and it'll have the logo on back. I've gotten great T-shirts from caterers, and what it is it becomes like a legal tender. You have T-shirts, and they're not that expensive to make. I think I've had 4-color T-shirts. I've had like 1,000 of made for like $600. $600. It's $600, but it's an investment. And if you have your company logo on it, you don't even have to have the name of the production on it. You can literally have the company logo, and it just becomes legal tender. Stunt guys, hey, here's my T-shirt, and everyone's exchanging T-shirts, and that's how you maintain relationships. So it's a good investment. It's just a good investment. So.